Day one is always easy. It is the hard charging cavalry day of us. But as reality sets in, by day three, we really start to feel it. We're all tired. It's taken a little longer than we thought. So we're working tirelessly through the night. And in doing that, we're pissing off all the tenants and all the staff with the sheer amount of noise that I don't think anybody bargained for when they let us come here to do this project. We'd like to be calm and cordial and quiet and take our time with this, but there's no time. It's going to take everything we have, all the time we have, to pull this whole thing off. So quick recap, the entire crew is here in Dayton, Tennessee, staying at the PB Lodge, working on a boat and fishing when we can. It's getting a little tedious, we're behind schedule, we predicted 3 days, that was a lie. We are a little tired and dragging, but man, look at this place. It's dream conditions to work, so no complaining. What's up, man?
What's up?
How you doing? Where'd you go last night?
I went to go edit. Some of us have to get some videos.
For this trip, we brought a welder, but didn't have a power source to push it up. But there was a mobile welder who, was following this channel, knew we were down here and came by just to see the boat. And I actually thought he was there because he was ordered there. So I was like, hey, here's the boat. And he kind of just went and did it. And later on, we found out he wasn't even supposed to be there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is proof that there is a God and that divine intervention is real, because he was right there, right when we needed him. We really needed this done. So it's a little bit difficult. This is not going to be perfect. Remember, this is a 50-year-old aluminum boat with dirty aluminum. Dirty is an understatement. So the top cap is brand new aluminum and is fairly thick, and the boat itself is old, dirty aluminum, and it's thinner. So old, dirty aluminum, welding that to brand new, thicker aluminum has its quirks. This is not going to come out perfect, but the fact is we just need it to be welded. He welded the corners up despite the disparities in the age and the differences in thickness pretty well. I mean, for what we thought was well. He was not happy with his own welds, but we were ecstatic. And we were just happy somebody was there with a power source and a welder with skill to do it. We wish this was the only part of the boat that needed fixing via weld, but there is also another bigger, maybe more crucial spot that needs to be welded. There is a hole in the front of the boat where the pad eye has been bashed in from, I don't know, just it got bashed in over time. It's a pretty big problem. So now we're going to have to fix that. So he grinds away the dirty aluminum and we inspect the old piece. But you know what? With these older boats, you find the older they are, the more surprises they have. And the surprise here is that this piece has been welded and re-welded and re-welded. It looks like a bird came and took a crap on it. And that's just, it like fossilized. That's what the inside of that looked like. You couldn't tell from the outside, not until we cut the piece out. A whole brand new piece of aluminum has to be there, and then we're probably going to have to get something bent and forged that mimics this top plate. We're thinking it's unusable. I don't know what we're going to do. It is decided between the people there that know how to weld that a back plate is the most important for the first step, and then we get to figure out how we're going to take care of that triangle bevel. During this process, the mobile welder's welder actually went down, but John had a welder. So we have a power source and we have a welder, and now we get to use the MIG on this. It's dirty aluminum. We have what we have. We're trying to scrape it and get it as clean as possible without scraping right through the hull. And we're also trying to keep the hull from heating up too fast and bowing, and also lighting the foam underneath there on fire. After the trailer broke in my toy hauler, I wasn't sure how we were going to even fix that. I hadn't got to it. But since we have two very experienced welders and the material and supplies needed, they go ahead and hook me up by getting this scrap piece of steel tubing and mounting it to the front neck. Getting that done. So now I have a bumper that I can line up my boat, and it's way stronger than the other little flimsy, doohickey we had on there.
You should pull this off, huh?
Oh yeah, here. Let me get that up. But my boat is another problem in and of itself that I'll get to when we have the luxury of being done with this boat. Right now is maybe the harder, more tedious, and longer part of the boat, which is getting everything installed, running all the wires, running all the plumbing, everything that you'll do for a very long time, even though you feel like you've done nothing. And now comes the drill fest. Lots of drilling, lots of countersinking, and lots of riveting.
On the side and riveted over here.
We have tape so nothing falls down the drain and clogs it later. Good like that, yeah. Ryan recently did a video where he added a frosted piece of plexiglass behind a metal panel with letters cut out on it, and then LEDs behind that, which gave it a really nice open glow. We're going to do this for the Tin Can Crew signs. They specifically got cut for the inside of the cockpit.
Cool. You just gotta have a hole in water. You need about 8 inches of that hinge. That's about to be covered though, right? Yeah, the top will. Edge one. Way to go, Jeremy. Yeah.
Jeremy, why?
Christmas help.
That's all I got a black paint marker for. You just called Jeremy Christmas help?
Yes.
Call me Christmas help.
I've never been called Christmas help in my life, but I can imagine it's probably pretty insulting. It's all frosty.
Doesn't get any more perfect there, Chris.
Come get this corner over here.
I
I can see it right there.
Let's go nice and slow, just so you can see.
Put the motherfucker points so we can move the
Perfect.
Get out of my way.
That perfect. You said that was crooked government work.
It is.
Though I can barely crawl, I've got to walk with these angels feet of trees. Darkness nearly drowned me, sunlight low, don't it burn my eyes. Darkness nearly drowned me, and the sunlight low, don't it burn my eyes. This valley is much too deep, mountains so very high.
Good. 16 gallon, 60 liter shop vac I've had for many years. It's time to say goodbye. Black Friday sale.
You're my son. Boys being boys here.
Right? Right? Okay, man, go put that thing back in the water. Ryan brought the only shop vacuum, and we need a new one. Plus, these boys are up to no good, and they're getting restless. So we're going to drag them on to Lowe's, and we're going to go ahead and find a new shop vac. It was either the Craftsman or the DeWalt, and the equivalent DeWalt was almost twice as expensive. Why is DeWalt stuff always so expensive? Anyways, we found one. It can't be certain, but it seemed that Ryan had an unhealthy attachment to that vacuum. So we're gonna try our best to give it a replacement with this one, but we're not sure. We're gonna get these boys some fishing licenses and some food, and we're gonna head back and see if Ryan will accept this thing. Throw the box. Oh. Well, that made that easy. One of the last things we have to do is actually drop the switch panel in. Funny story, they sent this to me to Arizona to pre-wire and pre-rig the entire panel and I forgot it over there, so we had to do it again. So a little bit of the behind scheduling is my fault, but we get past it. But even though we are behind schedule for our target date, we are still way better off than we were in the first 4-day build. We will honestly be done with this in 3 to 4 days of actual time, although the whole 5 days was taken to kind of perfect it. So we had time to look at and recap, and we even talked ourselves into doing some things that we were not planning on doing at all, like this. We're going to show you all of these little tricks so you can do them for yourselves on your boat. Stay tuned on what people are calling Hootie's boat.